What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Relentless Pursuit podcast. Today, we are going to be talking about 5 signs that your downregulated metabolism is contributing to your weight loss resistance. So many people are struggling with losing weight, and especially losing weight and keeping it off. And they can tell that there's just something missing, right? Well, today, you're going to learn what that missing piece is. Welcome to the Relentless Pursuit podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Vassar, an online strength and functional nutrition coach, helping high-achieving women optimize their metabolism to get strong, lean, and healthy while healing their gut, hormones, and mindset. In these short episodes, you'll learn how to build a relentless mindset, fuel your body properly, train smart, optimize your lifestyle, and create a sustainable routine to heal your body and see incredible results that last. Whether you're new to the gym, need to heal your body from weight loss resistance, or just want to level up your routine, I'm your girl. So grab a cup of coffee and get cozy. Let's dive in. So the first sign, and you've probably heard me talk about this sign, but I'm going over it again because so many people hear me talk about this, yet they're not able to identify it in themselves. So it really just takes some repetition for people to really understand what's going on. But the first sign that you have a downregulated metabolism that is contributing to your weight loss resistance is you barely eat any food, yet you still can't lose weight. Let's talk about this for a second. Now, when it comes to barely eating any food, you probably think people who are overweight are just overeating, right? And typically to get overweight, that's typically how it happens. Typically, okay? Unless, you have hormone imbalances, which downregulating your metabolism that way, okay? But when it comes to losing weight, so many individuals spend so many years either just chronically under eating, not fueling their body properly. They could still be eating higher calories, but if they're not getting, nutritious foods, that's a different story. Anyways, we're talking about a lot of caveats here. What I'm specifically talking about, I see so many individuals trying to lose weight, but they're eating 1,200 or 1,500 or 1,600 or even 1,700 calories, and they just can't effectively lose weight because their metabolism is already downregulated so much, right? If your maintenance calories are at 1,200 calories already, and then you try to get into a deficit at 1,200 calories, you're not gonna lose weight, all right? You're gonna have to eat 800, 600 calories to even lose weight, and please don't do that. Seriously, that's not a good idea, all right? That's gonna dysregulate your hormones even more. You'll have less energy, you'll just lose muscle, your stress hormones will spike. It's not gonna be a good time, all right? You're not gonna see sustainable results. In fact, it's just gonna make everything worse. So please do not do this, all right? But the other thing that I want people to understand when they're trying to discover if they have a downregulated metabolism is that the barely eating food yet still not losing weight typically also comes with barely eating any food, but binge eating in the evening. Maybe not every evening, but what happens here is many individuals, they try to starve themselves during the day. So they skip breakfast, in the name of maybe intermittent fasting. They have a tiny little lunch. They think that they're doing so good with their little salad or their smoothie or whatever. And then they come home and they're just extremely hungry and they just binge out, or they just snack on a bunch of different things. They don't think they ate that much food, but they did eat a little bit more food. And this is just because you're starving yourself during the day and binging in the evening, right? But because you barely eat any calories anyways, sure, this could rack up to thousands of calories, but most of the time, I actually don't see this happening. Though, again, it does. It's kind of 50-50. Another thing that I want you to understand when we're talking about this first point is what I mentioned earlier is your hormones could dysregulate, causing your metabolism to decrease. So if you're eating like a bird or starving yourself during the day or just generally not eating enough food, not fueling your body properly, even if it's 1,700 calories, right? Maintenance, okay? It'll be very difficult for you to get into an effective deficit long enough without your metabolism just down-regulating too much that you won't even be able to lose weight without just not eating anything. So you won't be able to effectively lose weight and keep it off, all right? The second sign that you have a down-regulated metabolism that's contributing to weight loss resistance is you have very little energy. This kind of goes without saying, right? If you're not eating enough food, obviously you're not having enough fuel for your body to get through the day. Not only that, all of these signs are interconnected, you're not eating enough food, you have hormonal imbalances, which is also contributing to the lack of energy. It's causing stress on your body, which is causing your mitochondria damage, which is just, a cycle of everything, right? everything just starts to get worse. Even if you're not necessarily starving yourself, again, if you're just not fueling your body properly, this could contribute to not having enough energy. Maybe if you have micronutrient deficiencies, because again, fuel doesn't just mean like macros, like protein, fats, and carbohydrates. There's a lot more to fueling your body than just making sure you're getting the proper amount of protein, fats, and carbohydrates. And there's a lot more to fueling your body than just taking a scoop of greens powder and thinking that you're okay. That's a topic for a different time. But definitely, if you have very little energy, that is a really big sign that you have a down-regulated metabolism, along with other things. But we're talking about metabolism currently. So yeah. Next thing, which is gonna seem kind of random to you guys, but it's also a really important one to talk about, is you're sensitive to the cold. This isn't something that I now see to be very common with individuals who have a down-regulated metabolism, no matter what their weight is, okay? They get cold very, very easily. Now this, just so you know, is a symptom of hypothyroidism. But also, if you're not giving your body fuel to be able to work properly, then it won't be like burning enough calories to be able to create the heat that your body needs in order to stay warm. So definitely, you know, if you find that you're more sensitive to the cold, just keep this in mind, all right? You could also be running nutrient deficiencies as well, which could be contributing to this. So, you know, we're talking about metabolism today. I need to keep on track. So what happens when you have cold sensitivity? Pretty much your slowed metabolism can decrease heat production, which makes you obviously just like be more prone to feeling cold, unusually cold, even if it's warm. Like you'll notice like your hands and feet being cold, which is just a sign that your metabolism has been slowing down. All right, the fourth sign that you have a down-regulated metabolism is you have irregular or slow digestion. A sluggish metabolism can lead to irregular bowel movements or slow digestion. If you're noticing increased bloating, constipation, or indigestion, it could definitely be a sign of metabolic dysfunction. So that's the fourth sign. The fifth sign is you have a hormonal imbalance. Because if you have a hormonal imbalance, you know, there's a very good chance that you have a down-regulated metabolism that is contributing to your weight loss resistance. Because let's say, for example, you have hypothyroidism. That typically down-regulates your metabolism, all right? So making it harder for you to effectively lose fat, as we've been talking about this whole time. Or if you have PCOS, you know, it does the same thing, or any other autoimmunity, you know, and autoimmune disorders and hormonal imbalances are typically caused by inflammation in the body. Inflammation in the body is caused by stress, okay? And when the body is under stress, like if you think, you know, back in the olden times or whatever, let's say you are running from a predator, or you were going through a period of famine, which was a lot more common back then than it is now, right? Your body senses that maybe you need to store up the food in your body in order to survive, right? So what does it do? It decreases your metabolism. If it notices your stress hormones increasing, then it causes hormonal imbalances caused by inflammation, which causes your metabolism to decrease in order for you to survive. Nowadays, it's a different story because these perceived threats aren't acute, they're chronic, right? People are under chronic stress nowadays, and their nervous system is extremely dysregulated, causing hormonal imbalances, causing their metabolism to downregulate. And until you're able to get these things under control, you'll have a very hard time losing weight and keeping it off. As you can tell, everything here is extremely connected, all right? One thing is never just like totally apart from the other. The whole body is interconnected. It's actually crazy how interconnected the body is. But now that you have the 5 signs of hormonal dysregulation, what do you do with this information, right? Something that I think will be really helpful for you is taking my Metabolic Health Quiz. This quiz will go into more depth into questions that can help you understand your metabolism and where it might be at to see if, you know, maybe going through reverse or regulating your hormones or healing your nervous system or healing your gut health would be right for you when it comes to helping you effectively, you know, lose fat, because there's so many individuals who have weight loss resistance and it's time to get over that now. And the first step that I recommend you doing is filling out my Metabolic Health Quiz so that you're able to see what your results are and get further support based on what you need. So I'm going to be putting the quiz down in the description below, and I'll be emailing you your results. Oh, and PS, this is time sensitive. So on the 8th of March, 2024, if you're listening to it today, there are 2 days until my coaching comp where I'll be giving away 6 months of free coaching. All right, full ride scholarship for 6 months of coaching with 5 partial winners. So if you are interested in getting some free coaching or winning a partial prize, definitely follow me on Instagram for your chance to win free coaching. All right, that's it. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. I'm always down to talk on my Instagram. And be sure to fill out that quiz so that you're able to see where you need to go next when it comes to overcoming weight loss resistance and finally achieving your goals. Talk soon. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Relentless Pursuit podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow for more. If you have a question, feel free to shoot me a DM on my Instagram at Rachel's Fitness LLC with 2 A's. Until next time, be relentless.